Like I remember it was before the Midland game. You feel me? The bus driver, I was the only one. You feel me? He right before the game started, he took me to the Dairy Queen right around the corner. You feel me? It was just me and him on the whole the big old the bus. Took me back, I ate it, boom, you feel me? And then I ended up having 31 that game versus Midland.
Welcome to Wired to the Game.
What's up, man?
Not much, man. What about you?
Man, I'm just talking to the the regional champion, you feel me? I see you fresh off the state tournament appearance, man.
Man, thank you, man.
You
All
already
right.
know.
Yes, sir. All right, so what's up, everybody? You're wired in with your guy, EJ. Today's guest is a Woodrow legend, in my opinion. He has his own clothing brand and 2,486 followers and counting. And he recently played for Midway University, the home Isaiah.
Yeah, you feel me? Appreciate you having me, man. You know, this family right here, man. We got that work in the summer, man. Everything, you feel me? Y'all see him did this season. He worked for it in the summer for sure.
Thank you. So all right, so your career is slowly coming to a close. So like, what was the best moment of your career?
The best moment of my career. So, how far back you want me to go? Like, what's the timetable?
As far back as you want.
I ain't gonna lie, probably the best one was probably when I scored 50 in middle school, my 8th grade year versus Trap Hill. Either that or probably either my freshman year in JUCO when I was in New Mexico. I set the freshman scoring record at 41 versus Frank Phillips. So either them two for sure, I'd say.
That's what's up. 50 in middle school and 42 in JUCO is insane. Most people never gets to that.
You feel me? You know, scoring is a lost art, man. You feel me? Everybody don't know how to score, man. You feel me? You just something you born with.
Sir. All right. So now that it's all done, what was the best takeaway of your career? Like, what is something that you learned from your career?
Man, you feel me? The one thing I can say, you feel me, is like that ball gonna stop bouncing one day. So you feel me? You gotta utilize your resources. You feel me? You gotta make sure you feel me networking. You gotta make sure you feel me your character good. You feel me? Because you never know who's watching. Like everything's always a tryout. You feel me? Or a resume. So you feel me? Like I just say making sure you don't break no boundaries, or you feel me? Have no bad ill with nobody or no coaches, because you feel me? Coaches talk and stuff like that. So I just say, you feel me? Making sure you get your degree, making sure your grades is good, making sure you treat people the way you want to be treated. That's the main thing, man. You feel me? You can do anything you want with the basketball. It's going to take you all over the world.
Hey, you're not wrong about that. It does take you around the world a lot.
No, for sure. Definitely. Nowadays, with all these different leagues and social media now, you feel me? This is the best time to be a hooper right now.
So what was that change? Like, from your high school standpoint, like from when you was in high school and to now, what is that big difference from back then to now?
Honestly, I would just say like today in this generation, like y'all got a lot of like social media presence. Y'all got a lot of like streaming services, like the West Virginia video production. Like we ain't had that back then whenever I was in high school. Like it might have came like the year after, but like now how like you can just stream the games all over. Like that's big because a lot of college coaches can't recruit or come travel all the time, so they can watch it on the games and pull it up like that. And family and stuff like that, they can watch it online. So you feel me? Like back whenever I was playing, like even though it wasn't that long ago, it was a few years, but a lot of people just listen to the radio. But now you feel me? Got the live stream on YouTube and everything like that. So it's definitely beneficial for this generation, and y'all just got to utilize it and take advantage of it.
All right. So while you were in high school, how many state tournaments have you been to? Like, what was your appearances?
So I went to states my freshman and sophomore year with Greta Beckley. Then I went my junior year with Woodrow, and then my senior year we lost in the regionals. You feel me? The GW. So I went 3 out of 4 years.
So what was the best part of the state tournament?
Man, you know, best part about the state tournament is whenever I was a kid, I used to always go with my dad down to the state tournament from elementary school to middle school. So it was always like a dream of mine to play in it. And then, you know, all the eyes is on you and all the lights is on you. So you feel me? It's just everybody in the state watching you. So it's really just, you feel me, somewhere where you can make your name, you feel me, and just make good memories with your family, your teammates, your city, and your school and everything.
All right, so What? So you have a clothing brand now, right? DC.
Yep.
So
Dream Chasers from Beckley.
so what gave you the idea to make a clothing brand?
Man, ever since I was little, I was always in the clothes. I was always gonna be different. I just always wanted to, just bring some type of spotlight to Beckley. It wasn't a lot of clothing lines and stuff like that. So I just wanted to, just be different and just bring some different flair, to the city. So I just always just wanted to have my own clothing line. So after I got out of high school, after college, I think COVID, I had a few ideas. So I just, you feel me? I took it and ran with it.
So why is the name Dream Chasers from Beckley?
So really, DCFB, that's kind of like a little clique. Me and my friends and stuff in high school, we kind of came up together. Dream Chasers from Beckley, me, Tariq Payne, Levante Carter, Ty Walton, Courtney Walton. You feel me, Johnny Smith. Jerron Sims, some of the members. Breland. You feel me, Naquan. Jordy. They just, you feel me, it's around. You know what I mean? So we just took it and ran with it. It's just really like a brotherhood. You feel me? But also, you feel me, it just shows like you can achieve any of your dreams, you feel me? Just because Beckley is a small city, you feel me? Like you can make your name anywhere. So just chase your dreams.
All right. So speaking of basketball, who do you base your game off of? Like, who would you base your game off of, kind of, if you can compare yourself to an NBA player?
I don't know. I ain't gonna feel me base myself off nobody, but I name few of my favorite players. Like my favorite players, Russell Westbrook, Terry Rozier. You want to throw it back a little bit, like you feel me, an AI, Steve Francis type. Just athletic guards, John Wall. Just quick, twitchy athletic guards that can also, you feel me, attack. You can jump, defend.
Yeah, I definitely see some of that Russell Westbrook in you, the way you be jumping out the gym used to.
Yeah, man. He just gotta get it together, man. He be going too fast, man. But you feel me, that's my dog. That's a Hall of Famer. That's always gonna be my favorite player. I'm rocking with him to the end.
I understand. All right, so did you play AAU back then?
Yeah. I played AAU all the way from second grade all the way till senior year. So I didn't play it all over.
What season, tournament, or both high school and college did you face your hardest competition yet?
See, with AAU growing up, I didn't play against a lot of pro players like on the AAU circuit. Like I had a lot of battles with like Trey Young, PJ Washington, Jared Vanderbilt. Who else was in my class? 2017 class. Like Geo Baker, he went to Rutgers. I'd probably say that's probably one of the hardest players I had to guard was Geo Baker. He went to Rutgers. I guarded him in the Pitt Jam Fest in Pittsburgh my sophomore year. He can really go. He crafty. He can shoot it off the dribble. He pull from 30. Like he just one of them players that is just kind of hard to guard.
So did your coach tell you was going to have to guard somebody the likes of Geo Baker, or was it like it was just you just saw him on the court and you guarded him and you had to guard him?
Man, it's kind of like both, but either everywhere I go, I'm always the defender. My coach always wants me to guard, the best player, or whatever like that. So you feel me? I always know I gotta come with my shoes tied and ready to go. But I always want to guard the best player anyway. I always want the challenge. You feel me? Because they gotta come guard me on the other end. So you feel me? Who's gonna tap first? Pause.
Yeah. All right. So what was the most exciting part of your career?
Man, really just, you feel me, just getting to travel all over the world, making family, you feel me, that I always, you feel me, going to be able to rely on and talk to, you feel me. I got teammates from overseas, Paris, Turkey, New York, Texas, you feel me, South Carolina, all over, California. So it's just, just really just the networking, you feel me, the friendships, the memories, all that, the hotel, you feel me, trips, the overnight trips, the flights, the bus rides, all that. So you feel me, it's just you don't want to take it for granted, because when it's over, it's over.
I understand that. So, do you think Gio was the toughest player you played, like out of all?
Toughest player, he's definitely top 5 guarded, but I say like here recently, I just say like even in JUCO, like James Reese, he went to Buffalo and he went to South Carolina. He was good. Little Darnell Rogers, he played in the NCAA tournament from UMBC. Who else? I'd say like, who else I could say in high school that I played against? I'd say Preston Boswell from Magnolia. I had some battles with him when I was at Greta Beckley. Lil Caden Matheny, who's at Liberty. He was a good player in high school I played against. So I've always played against a lot of good people. So it's always good to give them their flowers and stuff like that.
I understand. I understand that. So you're a trainer out now, right? You have a clothing brand and you're a trainer.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to, just trying to branch out, help you feel me, the community, help as much people as I can, and bring spotlight back to the city of Beckley because we need it, man. That's a lot of talent.
Was that the reason why you had the idea to become a trainer?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Because a lot of kids they don't really have a lot of resources, not a lot of gyms in Beckley. So you feel me. The talent is there. They just need the little touch up work, the foundation. Just the pieces. They just need advice, people to uplift them, show them. You feel me? People who's been there before to give them. You feel me? The recipe. You feel me? So they can go do the same thing. So that's really part of why I wanted to do it. Just you feel me to help the younger generation out.
Did you have a trainer like growing up?
I really just say like basketball wise, the only person who ever trained me was my dad. But like agility wise, like vertical wise, I always trained with Matt Morris growing up. He had the Elite Sports Center over there about Big Lots, but that it shut down. Then he had one over at W Tech now. But that's who I always trained with was Matt Morris. And then I lifted with Ryan Wade through high school a little bit too when I was in bulk season. So Ryan Wade, Matt Morris, those were two kind of my trainers growing up.
So how'd you get that game mentality? Like back to what you said earlier, you was like, we both have to, we both have to guard each other, and it's gonna be who tapped who first.
You feel me? It's really just a pride thing. You feel me? At the end of the day, because you don't want to leave no game. You feel me? Thinking like I could have left more on the table, or he got the best of me, or I could have did this different. So you feel me? You really just want to go in. You feel me? To the game where it's just like it's you versus you. Feel me? It's you versus the person in front of you. You don't want them to beat you. So you feel me? Just got to take a challenge.
So all right. So you talk about how you got into the game mentality of before every game.
Okay, so like my daily game day routine, like you feel me? I do the same thing every day. You feel me? Every game, you feel me? It's the same routine. So like, you feel me? I get up, you feel me? Get up, always gotta take a shower. So you feel me? You get up, you feel me? Hot shower, you feel me? Wake the body up, boom, boom, boom. You feel me? You feel me? Then like, you feel me? Like probably about 12, 1, you feel me? Always, you feel me? Superstitious, gotta get chicken tenders, fries with buffalo sauce. You feel me? That's the only thing I eat on game days. Like it don't matter. Like if I don't get no chicken tenders, no fries on game day, it's over with. But if I got the 4-piece tender with the fries on game day, might as well, you feel me, go ahead and mark down 20-piece. It's already 20 as soon as I walk in the gym, you feel me, if I got that on me. You feel me? But yeah, you feel me? So like gotta get the chicken tenders before the game. So the chicken tenders, you feel me? Like no soda, no candy on game day. So you feel me? No soda, no candy until like after. So you feel me? It's like a lot of water, a lot of electrolytes. So like body armors, Gatorade, like lemon water. Just hydrating. You feel me? So I won't cramp up. You feel me? Might even take a little pack of mustard. You feel me? To keep the cramps away. You feel me? You feel me? You gotta do anything.
Man, all right. So where do you get the tenders from? Like, what is there a preferable place?
Oh yeah, it gotta be Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen.
I
Dairy Queen.
that's a heard of game name like Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen, like it was so crazy when I was in JUCO my freshman year. Like on every road trip, like the main priority, like they had to make sure I get the chicken strips. Like whenever I got the chicken strips, it was for sure a 20-piece every game. Like I remember it was before the Midland game. You feel me? The bus driver, I was the only one. You feel me? He right before the game started, he took me to the Dairy Queen right around the corner. You feel me? It was just me and him on the whole the big old the bus. Took me back, I ate it, boom, you feel me? And then I ended up having 31 that game versus Midland. It's just like then ever since then, you feel me, they made sure I had to get the chicken strip for every game.
Man, that's insane.
Yeah,
the bus driver do it.
You feel me? Shout out Coach Schooley, Coach Sean Schooley in New Mexico military. He'll tell you feel me? Chicken strip for every game, he'll tell you it's a 20-piece guaranteed.
All right, so you got the game day, man. What's the game day playlist? Like, do you listen to music before the game?
See, I don't like listening to music. You feel me? Like an hour, like probably all the way up to about 3 or 4 hours before the game. You feel me? Because like you don't want to listen to nothing too high, too low. You just want to be, you feel me, mellow. You have your thoughts running. You feel me? A clear process. So you don't want to have no type of no type of wave, you feel me, frequency, you feel me, going up too high or too low. So you just want to keep it even keel. So
Like
like
just perfect.
yeah, so maybe like some instrumentals or something like that, just to keep in mind, or like some motivational videos, like Eric Thomas or whatever, like that, stuff like that, like, uh, so just little things like that. Just you feel me to keep your mind flowing, keep your mind busy. You feel me, but also you feel me be locked in at the same time.
I understand that. So all right, so we're gonna switch gears here. You play college basketball.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
All right, so what's your standpoint on the NIL? What's your standpoint on it?
It's a dog eat dog world when it comes to the NIL. If you ain't got that bag, then you feel me, you ain't be able to compete. You see this year, it's all number one seeds, you feel me? Even though they might not, you feel me, utilize the NIL the most, it's just the big time programs is just gonna continue, you feel me, it's gonna be the cream of the crop because they got the payroll, whatever like that. So the big schools right now is really winning with the NIL. But I mean, it's good for athletes to get paid. We deserve to get paid. Athletes deserve to get paid, definitely in college. But I mean, you could put an NIL cap on it, like so it won't nobody will be too high or too low. But then again, it's a dog eat dog world. If you feel me, you ain't got that bread, you ain't gonna be able to win in today's game.
I understand that. I agree with that. But think about it too. Also, I feel like players are also trying to chase money. Like they're not trying to force themselves to the league kind of because they're like, oh, we
Mm-hmm.
get paid here.
Yeah, for
So
sure. So yeah, and then that's another you feel me, another layer of it. Like you can look at it where it's making college more competitive because people are coming back for the second, third year, fourth year instead of going to the league. So that's also making you feel me the college game better. So it has its pros and cons to the NIL, but I like it though.
I'm a fan of it. But think about it for me, it's like they also can pay the broad players. They can be like, oh, if you leave your school and come here, we'll give you this amount of money.
Yeah,
I feel like schools shouldn't be able to do that. I feel
yeah,
like
yeah.
it
Kind of
should be
like
more.
tampering. Yeah,
Yeah,
tampering. Yeah, for
I
sure.
like I also understand because players should get paid for it. Like Bryce Young, I remember him talking about it. He was like, "Oh, I had to do DoorDash before NIL, but he got
Mm-hmm.
NIL. He's making good money. He don't have to do DoorDash." But for me,
For
it's
sure.
like I feel like it should be certain rules to it because like it shouldn't be a coach could be like, "Oh, if you come to my school, oh yeah, I'll pay you way more than
More
this."
than that's true. And then you got some players in college they making more money than the head coach.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's kind of hard to control a player on your program when he make more money than you.
yeah.
I mean, you
That's like
can't expect things, but I mean, hey, that's just how some people look at it. Like that's why a lot of these big time players is leaving the programs and stuff like that.
I remember Deion Sanders was saying that's why he don't want to go to the NFL because he said, "Why would I want to coach a player that makes more money than me?" I feel like that's
Hmm.
starting to happen in college now.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why a lot of these big time, legendary coaches is getting out the game because they're not used to that NIL and the stuff like that. So
Yeah, I remember Dabo Swinney. He said for college football, I know shit subjects, but college football he was talking about. He said that Clemson doesn't really do the transfer portal, much less NIL. And I remember Nick
mhm,
Saban said he don't do that either, but now he's retired, so I feel like
for
the game
sure.
standpoint is just changing.
Yep, everything's changing for sure.
All right, so March Madness. You been watching March Madness lately?
Yeah, man, I've been locked in with March Madness, man. It's been a good tournament. It's been real competitive. So I ain't got no, you feel me? I ain't got no dog in the fight, so I'm enjoying it.
I understand. I understand. So who you think gonna win March Madness?
Man, honestly, you couldn't go wrong with any of the four teams that's in it. You could go with Florida. They got a lot of good, got a little. I mean, they got the guards, they got the size, they got the wings, so they're decent. Then you got Auburn. You feel me with Jannard Broom and Ty Pettiford and stuff like that. And then you still got Duke with Cooper Flag, and then they just all bought in. But Houston, they lock in defensively, too, and then they coached by Coach Sampson. So you really can't go wrong. It's really just see who's shooting the ball, who's not in foul trouble, and how the game is officiated.
Mm,
But I would say if I had to say anybody, I would say Auburn. I would want Auburn to win.
Auburn.
Yeah, I've always been a Bruce Pearl fan.
Mm. I got Duke for the simple fact that it's like Cooper Flag's probably the best freshman we've seen since Carmelo Anthony, in my opinion. It's
Yeah,
like he's just been that dude.
yeah, no, but Cooper Flag, he's the real deal though, because he affects the game in ways where other than scoring, he can score, he can defend, he can rebound, he can alter shots. So he's a jack of all trades. So he just dominates the game in different ways. So
The thing that amazes me is I'm surprised that this Duke team is doing better than when the Duke team that has Zion, RJ, Cam, Trey. all of them, they made to, I think, the Elite Eight, and then they lost to Michigan State. To me, I'm
Yep, yep.
surprised that this Duke is doing way better than that.
Yeah, man. This Duke team, they really all bought in. You can see that it's a real brotherhood. You know, they would all cheer for each other's success. You see when somebody come out the game, everybody's standing up. You know, they dapping each other up. So that's builds a lot of team camaraderie and stuff like that. So that builds in the team chemistry and the championships like that. Because if you don't got your brother, he ain't rocking with you, or he don't want you to succeed, or he mad you in the game, and he's not, then you really not gonna win. But if you look over, everybody on the bench is on the same accord. So that's good to watch too.
Yeah, you don't see that much now that you used to.
Yeah, for
It's
sure,
like
definitely.
it's like nowadays. It's like if I'm not doing good, then why would I
Mm-hmm.
want you to do
You to be
good?
doing good. Yep, facts.
So, what team do you think got left out of Big Dance that you think should have made it?
Oh, you already know, man. You feel me? Where we from, man? West Virginia, man. They for sure got snubbed, but hey, you feel me? West Virginia, we always get snubbed out of everything, but you know they just got hired a good head coach from North Texas, so I think he's gonna do a good job. He's gonna bring a lot of toughness back to West Virginia. You know, small, tough-minded guards. You know, that's you feel me can score the ball. But I feel like West Virginia is definitely on the uprise with the basketball and even with the football. You know, bringing back Rich Rodriguez, so West Virginia definitely going up in the right direction. I'm excited for their future.
Yeah, West Virginia basketball team. You got you. I mean, you had Javon Small. You had Breeze that did good his first year, and his son that played for him. They all went to Indiana. To me,
For
that
sure.
surprises me. I mean, I'm not surprised the son left, but I'm surprised the coach left. But I also feel like it's because we got snubbed at the same time.
Yeah, yeah, and then Indiana, that Indiana basketball, that's real big, then that Big Ten, so that pay kind of different. So I
Yeah,
mean,
that pay is different.
for sure,
To me, I'm surprised though because I feel like Javon Small, he's going to the league and like I mean Brandon Hawthorne, he decommitted from there, the number one player in that class.
hmm
He decommitted, and it's like seems like a lot of West Virginia players are entering the transfer portal. I feel like West Virginia. I don't know if it's going to be a rebuilding year. I'm just surprised to see what's going to happen next for West Virginia. To be honest with you.
yeah, yeah, for sure. It's definitely gonna be a rebuilding year, but I think the new coach he's gonna bring in some good recruits. He's always had a lot of good out of bounds players, a lot of good secondary defenses and stuff like that to throw at different teams and stuff like that. So he's definitely gonna have West Virginia on the uprise in the next 3 to 5 years. It's gonna take some time, but they're in good hands with him behind the helm.
I was about to say last time we saw a coach that produced defense at West Virginia was Bob Huggins, and
Yeah,
that
for
was what we
sure.
was called Press Virginia.
For Virginia, yeah, and that brought a lot of light to West Virginia as the state as a whole, and it made it fun again to watch them. It was kind
Yeah,
of fun to watch them this year, but it was kind of rough. A lot of fans wasn't engaged as usual, but I feel like the next couple of years they'll be back.
I feel like West Virginia, if they get the recruiting class back, they might be back in 2 years.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they got the facilities. They're near everything, near Pittsburgh, the DMV area. So like the recruiting pipeline is just there. They just got to utilize it.
Yeah, I'd be shocked. I'd be happy if West Virginia started recruiting here and getting more players from here to go there.
For sure, for sure. Definitely West Virginia and Marshall could recruit more in state, but it's been like that for years, but
Yeah.
they'll finally get hip to it eventually.
All right. So what player's been most impressive to you in the tournament?
The most impressive. It's been a few players I like watching here recently. Like Todd Pettifer, he's been shooting the ball real well. He's been aggressive, he's been a playmaker, but he's also been scoring. So that kind of helped them as he's being more aggressive. So you really can't, you feel me, focus in on Janai Broom. I like LJ Cryer from Houston. He's been scoring the ball well. Emmanuel Sharp from Houston. Cooper Flag, of course, he's been playing well. Walter Clayton Jr. from Florida, he's been
Yeah,
playing well also. He had a real big game that last game, the 30 ball. So,
against UConn. Yeah.
yep, Elijah Martin from Florida, he's been playing well. So, it's been a lot of good players I've been enjoying to watch. But
Like you said, Clayton and Cooper Flag's been jumping off the board for me
for sure.
because Cooper's playing like the best freshman that we've seen since Carmelo. Like I said, and then
hmm
Clayton, he's just shooting the ball whenever he feels like. He's like, oh, I'm gonna get off the screen, I'm gonna shoot.
Yeah, for sure. So, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I want to see that Duke Auburn matchup. That'd be interesting to see Janai Broom and Cooper Flag go at it. I know Janai Broom probably feels some type of way about not winning that National Player of the Year today. So, that'd be a good matchup. Maybe he can get his lick back.
Man, honestly, I feel like Cooper Flag deserves the AP. But I feel like Cooper Flax also just playing like the best player we've seen. Like I remember there were some questions around him after the USA camp was like, is he the best player? Like, and he's like, he started out, he's like, yeah, I am the best player, pretty much.
No, for sure. He led Duke in every single statistical category. You feel me? So it's like the blocks, rebounding, you assist, scoring. So you feel me? He affects the game in so many ways. So it's kind of hard to deny. He's for sure National Player of the Year.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't seen a player from Duke that did that since maybe Zion, but that's also you got to think though. Zion also didn't affect the game that much. All right, he
Yeah,
affected the game a lot for Duke, but
yeah.
he didn't do it as much as Cooper did.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact for sure.
All right, so obviously the transfer portal is a big thing in college sports in general. So, how do you feel about the transfer portal?
I mean, one thing I can just say about transfer portal and this recruiting overall is just I would just say just go somewhere where you're wanted, not where you want to go. Like go somewhere where coaches believe in you. They want to develop you. They see a future with you. Not just go somewhere where it's the big name I want to go here because I want to go. Just because you feel me, it's a big name. You feel me, big.
I'll ask what your overall opinion is on the transfer portal.
Oh yeah, just the overall. I would just say like just just go where you're wanted, not where you feel me, where you want to go. Like just because it's a big time school or big time name or you a fan of it, that don't mean you feel me. You just go there to go somewhere where a coach really believe in you, think you can make a big difference from day one, and stuff like that. So that's just one thing I would say about the transfer portal and recruiting. Just you feel me, go where you want it and where somebody believes in you. Because that's where you're gonna shine the best, you stuff like that. And the coach gonna pour into you. You can believe in yourself more. You don't want to go nowhere where you're not wanted or you feel me, anything like that. So that's the only thing I would really say.
Mm. So we talked about transfer portal, but did you see that Michigan player actually transferred during the Sweet 16? He said, "Oh, I'm out."
Yeah, I seen that. I seen that. It was crazy, but it's even more crazy because even during the college football playoffs and stuff like that, it was players transferring during the portal. But I mean, hey, it's a crazy time today. You never know what you might see, and then you never know. Like it's crazy, but it's no loyalty
Yeah,
really anymore. That money talk though. That's all I can really say.
that's also talking about the NIL. To me, that's why NIL also should have rules bound because they probably transferred for the NIL money probably.
No, for sure. 75% of the time, you feel me? And we're between that range, they for sure transferring because it's more money.
That's also why I think West Virginia is at a disadvantage sports wise because I feel like teams like Ohio State, Duke, North Carolina, all them places they have the NIL pockets to acquire a super
For
team pretty
sure.
much.
For sure. They definitely have the big pockets. They got the big boosters and stuff like that, donors that give back, old pros and stuff like that. So that definitely helps them, get ahead of the game when it comes to the NIL.
Yeah, just like Louisville is now stepping up. They got Isaac McNeely to commit to that school. It seems like that school is just starting to build a Final Four team for next year.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. The coach Kelsey up there, he got them boys playing good. Stuff like that. They're bringing the life back to the city of Louisville, really playing that hard, old nose, Louisville basketball that a lot of Kentucky residents down here then enjoy watching.
Honestly, I'm surprised that North Carolina. I'm surprised to see what North Carolina's going to do because they barely made it to the playoffs. Honestly, people said that West Virginia should have made it over North Carolina, and
Yeah, for sure.
honestly, I agree with them because North Carolina didn't play the best basketball.
Yeah, I mean that little late run North Carolina had an ACC tournament kind of helped them, and then West Virginia losing that first round game to Colorado that kind of snubbed them. But UNC, they didn't got some good transfer portal targets. They're trying to get, and I think they got the big from Arizona just
Yeah,
committed there, and then they got some nice high school recruits coming in. So UNC always gonna reload every year and stuff like that, just because of tradition and NIL and stuff like that. So they might have a down year here and there, but it ain't gonna be too often because that money talk down there, and they got a lot of resources. So UNC gonna be back up on the uprise.
yeah. It said UNC was targeting a lot of players, like such as they was targeting Isaac McNeely, and then while also losing R.J. Davis, Jalen Washington, they lost quite a few players, but also they're starting to acquire those players back, kind of.
Yeah, for sure. They grabbed the freshman from West Virginia actually, the Powell kid. He just committed to UNC. So I'm excited to see what he does down there. I feel like he'll be a good fit for Hubert Davis in their system. 6'5", 6'6", can shoot it, can defend. So see how that goes.
Honestly, I'm also kind of mad at that because West Virginia. It seems like West Virginia started to be a one stop place kind of. It's like they'll go there and then they'll just transfer out the next year.
No, for sure. It definitely seems like that. West Virginia here recently, they just ain't had no stability. They just had a lot of coaches. 3 coaches in 3 years. But West Virginia, they gonna get back on the uprise though, because they just got a lot of facilities. That's upper echelon. They in the Big 12, so and then they got a great fan base. So it won't be too long till West Virginia back on the powerhouse on the national stage.
I hope so, cause man, I'm waiting for that time that West Virginia makes the March Madness again. Because I remember they've had a few short stints, but also last time they made the March Madness, it was when McBride was there. They got upset by
Yeah.
Syracuse.
Yeah, West Virginia. That's how West Virginia always, you feel me, do us West Virginia people. They always win the games they're not supposed to. You feel me, and lose the ones they supposed to win.
Yeah, that got me pressure because it seems like this year they've had a lot of power wins against teams like Kansas and Iowa State, different
Yeah,
teams.
for sure. They definitely had a good non-conference record. They had some good, Q1 wins. So I mean, but everything happens for a reason.
That are so what? All right. So speaking of college, what is your standpoint on players not rushing to get to the professional league because of NIL deals?
I mean that's smart, because a lot of these college kids nowadays they got a chance, you feel me, with the NIL money to change their whole family's life, even now and then set them up for the future, you feel me? Like you just can't turn that down. You got college kids making 200, you feel me, thousand, some making millions, like you feel me, that really helps, their family. So you can't be mad at them or fault them for, utilizing that.
Yeah, 'cause I remember seeing where Bryce Underwood from Michigan's football team, the quarterback, he made almost about 10 or 14 million. To me, that's
Hmm.
crazy to make as a freshman. But also, they spread the deal. It was like one mil each year. Then his last year, he'll make all that money.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can't turn that down at all. You feel me? Millions like that, and then you can just add on top of that, even if you get to continue playing after college. So I mean, it definitely gives you, that sheet of balance and stability. So it's definitely beneficial for them.
To me, I kind of think it's insane that players can do that as well, like making that much money. I feel like it should be like a budget kind of because some teams like West Virginia, North Texas, different schools can't compete with that type of money, so then they lose their prospects kind of.
Oh yeah, I mean, honestly, you can't get mad at them. You feel me? Because they're helping their families, be set for life. Financially, giving them stability. You got some athletes making 100,000, some making millions. So that, feel me, definitely helps their family. You feel me, for the rest of their life and stuff like that. So you feel me, really can't fault them. You feel me, for utilizing that NIL money, because that's life changing money to some people and stuff like that. So you feel me, that can help them be set up for life for the next couple of years and for the rest of their life and their family's life.
I understand that, but at the same time, I think it's kind of crazy because it's also helping making players lose prospects more, like smaller schools.
No, it definitely hurt some of the mid major schools and the low major schools, because most of their best players that they're transferring up to the bigger schools because they want more money and stuff like that. But I mean, I feel like in a couple of years they're going to have to kind of make it an evil playing field and stuff like that. So they're going to even it out a little bit, or kind of help the low majors and the mid majors, with some more funding and stuff like that. So I feel like it's going to be interesting how they're going to try to catch up to the game and catch up to these high majors.
Yeah, to me, I feel like it's gonna be like you said, it's gonna be interesting the way they find a way to catch up with the high majors because I feel like it's also messing with March Madness because we're used to seeing like Cinderella teams
The
make
other
it,
teams, yep, for sure.
but
So
now
yeah,
it's like players are starting to go to those higher schools because they're getting paid more, so there's less room for Cinderella teams to try and
hmm
compete because they're competing against teams that have super teams kind of in
yeah,
a way.
basically, yep, basically, yep, super teams.
I feel like that's what's messing with college basketball and college sports today. Because like we used to see those upsets happen, but it's like more teams are starting to get stacked teams, so it's like you're not able to have that many super teams. I remember when St. Peter's beat Kentucky, it was insane.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, for sure. Like you definitely look forward to seeing those. You feel me? Those 15 seats, 16 seats upsetting some of those big schools. You know, those 13 upsetting four. So, it's definitely interesting to see. But I don't know. I feel like the way college basketball, the landscape has changed. Even they got the new tournament out in Vegas, the Crown, where the team winner wins $1 million, and then they disperse it between the players. So I feel like that's interesting too. That's another tournament that's going, blow after the NCAA tournament. So I mean, you still got the NIT, you got the CBI. Like they got a lot of tournaments that's getting bigger and bigger. So I mean, college basketball is just going to keep growing with this NIL.
Yeah, that's the one thing I like about it because college basketball is starting to get the spotlight back from different leagues that they have.
No, facts for sure.
All right, before we go, do you have any advice to say to young hoopers that are or what's going? You have any advice to give to young hoopers?
I would just say like just treat people how you want to be treated. You never know who's watching you. You feel me? You just want to make sure you get your grades, you got good character, you're respectful, You feel me? Be active in your community a little bit, show your face, you feel me? Be strong, faith, you feel me? Trust in God, you feel me? Just it's a process, you feel me? You just ain't gonna get the results in one day, you feel me? You get what you put in. You feel me? So like if you're not putting no time in the gym, you feel me, the results, you feel me, is what you're gonna get. So you feel me? It's really just, you feel me, to staying true to your grind, you feel me, keeping your faith in God, and then you feel me, the limit, you feel me, there ain't no limit on what you can do, you feel me?
I understand. All right. So thank you for your time hopping on the podcast, Isaiah.
No, for sure. I appreciate it, man. You feel me? I'm glad I was on here with my little cousin, man. You feel me? It's good, man. I'm proud of you. You feel me? I hope nothing but, you feel me, the success for you. You feel me? Your podcast, you feel me? I hope you blow, man. You feel me? You deserve it, man. Just keep being you. You feel me? Don't change for nobody.
Thank you, cuz.
Yeah, for
Hey,
sure.
make sure everybody that's watching this podcast, make sure I go show my bit older cousins some love in the show them some love down below. And y'all have an amazing day.
Yep. My God. Got you.
Hey, and to all the viewers, stay wired in.
Yep. My God.